everybody. Welcome to House Calls, the Big Brother talk show at CBS.com. I'm your host, Gretchen Massey, sitting right here every single Monday. The lovely Danielle, but wearing a shirt today that, what does it say?
Team Dan.
Team Dan.
I'm Team Dan all the way.
Danielle, is it because your names have the first same three letters? Is that why?
That is why, 100%.
Is that?
No, it's not why. I love Dan. I was rooting for him. I said it last week, and I'm going Team Dan.
Team Dan.
Yes.
Now, what do you think, Danielle? We've had 1 week of shows, a couple weeks of game actually playing out in the house. What do you think about things as of right now?
I think that what I said last week about rooting for somebody who lived in my city, about Jesse and everything else, you know, I have to agree that I have to stick by it, so I decided I'm moving out of Huntington Beach. I'm moving somewhere else so I don't have to support Jesse anymore.
Aha!
I'm not a fan, I'm not going to lie.
Whoa, Jesse has been that odd or offensive or whatever that Danielle is moving so she doesn't have to root for the muscle man Jesse. So he's in charge now.
Yes, I think I was waiting for them to bring back Joshua as princess for a day crown. I think that would have suited him perfectly.
Yeah, he certainly likes to peacock, doesn't he? He was strutting and strutting and strutting and flexing and buffing.
Buffing.
Yeah.
Yeah, his muscles are huge. All 18 inches of them in the camera, right?
Yes, yeah. Well, get ready, because here on House Calls, Danielle and I are going to bring some 3s and 5s right at you today.
3s and 5s.
Yeah. I'm giving you credit for the 5. I don't know. I don't know.
When I flex, you can't even tell them. I'm not going to lie.
So we've got a little tiny muscle man in charge of the whole game, and we've got some brand new nominations, and we had the food competition play out last night. So let's talk to you. It's 323-CBS-1000 to get on the air here today. It's 323-227-1000. Paula in Seattle, you're on House Calls.
Hello?
Hi, how are you?
Yes, this is cutting off, but I can hear you somewhat.
Ooh, we can hear you, so just speak as if we can hear you, because we can.
Okay, well, my question is, if the people in the house were penalized for being dishonest, such as the money would be taken away from the pot, the grand prize pot, would it make a difference in the game, and would it be enjoyable to watch, and how would that play out?
That's an interesting thing to interject here into the mix, but I don't think it could play out.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't, for being dishonest, I don't know. Danielle, what do you feel about dishonesty in the game? I think it's a big part of the game.
Well, that's what everybody says is if you say you're not going to lie once, you're lying, because you're at least going to have a small lie. Even if you're not telling somebody something, that's still considered a lie, whatever. You just can't do it. I think if you were watching a game where nobody was lying and deceiving, that's the most part of the game. Like, you want to see different people's strategies, telling the truth, lying, this and that. I don't think it would be interesting to watch at all.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah, because first of all, I don't know, either we would take so much money out of the pot, or all of a sudden...
So there'd be no point to even go on there.
Yes. Yeah. To where at the end, it's like the grand prize is the last two get to go in like one of those coin catcher dollar machines. Go in there with a little slop on you and see what sticks. Could be interesting. For me, I'm going to say not so much, because I like the lying, the deceiving, the cheating, the conspiring, and it always baffles me whenever people think that this game is about honesty at all. I just don't even see it. I don't think that it matters in this game. It's a game. Yeah. Okay, let's go to Diana. Nope, sorry. We'll go to Andrew in Pennsylvania. Andrew, you're on House Calls.
Hi.
Hi.
I called to talk about, I was really surprised when Jesse, when he was in HOH, when he put up Dawn and Steven instead of Rennie for nominations.
You were surprised? You call him Don, huh? What do you think about that, Danielle? He calls your man Dan Don.
That's the 14th, I guess.
Well, because when Dan went up to his HOH room, he's like, he went to the confessional and said, me and Dan are buddies. We're going to make it through. I really respect him. And then when the nominations happened, he saved Rennie and he put up Dan.
Yeah. Now, you know, though, that Dan isn't the target.
Yeah.
Right.
I think they're going to end up playing Steven, because Steven was the one that he was mad at because he didn't go up to the HOH room.
Right, exactly.
Which is a good reason to get somebody out, right?
Totally. And however, though, with Rennie, I was actually glad to see it. If he had put her up, it just would have shown how committed he's going to be to his like baby ideas of revenge. I mean, it's totally asinine anyway that he was dead set. I got to put her up. I got to put her up. I got to show her that I can dominate. This is not enough. I got to show her with my power. And it just would have been such a waste.
At the same time, you have to think though, like the reason people do feel that way is because he knows if she gets HOH, she's going to go after him because they're not going to get along. But at the same time, what's the likelihood of her getting HOH? So,
after we saw her moves and the honey, probably not going to be very high.
Moves, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you know what? Let's take a look, actually, at our brand new nominees. Let's take a clip from last night's show. Where our man in charge?
I've nominated you, Steve, as well as you, Dan, for reasons of you guys both just showed your cards way too soon. So as far as I'm concerned, you're both against me. In addition to that, you didn't come upstairs. You showed me a lot of disrespect last night.
I was asleep. I didn't know you got your key. I didn't know until I woke up and everyone had already been through it.
But it almost took 24 hours before you came up there. So. And that is it. This meeting is adjourned.
I think he should have said, Steven, your shirt is covering your nipples. You should wear a sleeveless shirt that doesn't cover your nipples. That's why you are nominated.
What do you think about Jesse and his constant talk of respect?
I think going up to the HOH room has nothing to do with respect at all. If you don't care, you don't care. I find it amusing, like, a lot of people always wanted to go up there just to laugh at their pictures and, you know, see, all you know is this part of the person. You want to see pictures or something else, even if you don't like them, just to know about it. But I don't think it has anything to do with respect, personally.
Yeah. And so do you think, though, that it is a bad move in the house to skip that HOH thing? Is it just bring unnecessary attention to yourself?
I suppose it brings a little bit, but I mean, I don't know.
Right.
You use the sleeping excuse, so.
Yeah. Yeah, Jesse, boy, I don't know, with the respect thing, it's kind of intense. I'm curious to see how long he can act like that. I mean, it works right now because he's the HOH, and so everyone sort of tolerates him, but he's really
on a power
arrogant,
trip,
man. Yeah, it's like out of control. Let's talk to Kathy in Ohio, see what's going on with her today. Hey, Kathy, you're on House Calls.
Hey, hi Gretchen, hi Danielle.
Hey.
I just wanted to ask Danielle how she felt about the comparison with her and Keisha. There's been a lot of talk about it. The house guests has talked about it. They even said that Big Brother made the comment about it. I just kind of wanted to see how she felt about that.
Cool. We were just talking about that.
Well, this came up last week, but I don't see it. I'm not offended. I just don't see it. But, you know, I don't know.
You don't see it at all?
I don't. I mean, she has high cheekbones. She's blonde, but I don't see it other than that.
Don't see it other than that. No.
But, all right.
I like Keisha. I like her in this game. I think that she's going to go far. What do you think about her, besides her looking like you? Just her as a player right now.
In all honesty, I don't know how I feel about her just yet. I don't. Particularly, she's not one of my favorites, but I don't dislike her. I don't know. She hasn't really given us too much to work with yet, so I don't know. We'll see.
We will see. We'll see. Michelle in California, you're on House Calls.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey.
How are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Very good.
I was wondering if you were in Steven's position. I know I personally would not have gone up to Jesse's HOH room, personally, because I hate him. But would you, either of you, have gone up?
Oh, yeah, I would have. I mean, if I was in there playing the game and I was Steven, even if I couldn't stand Jesse, I would totally go up there. I mean, you're not going to like the people in the game. People are cast specifically so you will butt heads, but you still have to look out for yourself and how you're coming across. 100% I would go. I would ooh and ah at his megalomania and all the pictures of himself. I would be like, wow.
It's just something to laugh at. I think in our season, the only person who didn't go up once was my dad when Jen got her HOH.
Ooh.
And I think that was the only time. But
yeah, out of the whole season, huh? Yeah, it's I don't know. I guess I feel like it's such a simple thing to do.